Well, one thing that's really interesting about the guitar that I think a lot of symphonies find is that it draws a whole new crowd. There's this guitar world out there that isn't always the same as the string quartet world or maybe the brass quintet world. So being able to bring the guitar as soloist to the symphony, I think is a really great melding of the different worlds.
And tango, comes out of that mix of culture. There is a tango in flamenco music, but it's not the same thing. And the term tango, goes back into the murky past of Argentina, but it's probably an African rhythm originally. And in Cuba, there's a dance called an habanera, which is maybe the first rhythm like tango that shows up in published dance music.
And everybody knows that from Carmen, that da-da-da-da.
Which you're going to hear on this concert.
That's from Havana, that's why it's habanera.
So tango and habanera are related, but tango is, it's also played in a wider geographic areas than Argentines concede. It's both from Uruguay and Argentina. There's an area, the Silver River, where that divides Uruguay and Argentina, and that area where the river comes out into the ocean, that's the tango. That's Tangoville. And
the hotbed of tango.
Right, and then the habanera is from Cuba. So, yes, the hotbed of tango is that region, the Rio de la Plata region. And it's pretty urban. It originated in the port, Buenos Aires is a port, and there were a lot of immigrants, particularly Italian immigrants, and not a lot of women. So in the beginning, it was with guitar, maybe some kind of flute thing, and men danced with each other. I've known Joanne Falletta since our childhood, not really, but close to it. In college.
That's your childhood.
Yeah, well, for many people it is still their childhood. I went to graduate school with her. She was a graduate assistant at the same school as I was, and then Michael at Queens College in New York City.
And I went to undergraduate school with Joanne at Mannes College of Music in New York. And she was a guitarist exclusively when she started. And by the time she was done with Mannes, she was getting pretty serious about conducting. The thing about both of those schools, Mannes and Queens, they really emphasize techniques of music, theory, analysis, ear training, music dictation, music history. And I think she just found as she was learning more and more, it was expanding her horizons. And so she became the great conductor she is today because she's played the guitar and went to Mannes College and Queens College.
Well, so the first movement, Noche de Amor, Night of Love.
Ooh, who could ask for anything more from a tango?
Very beautiful, very beautiful. But the movements are not dances. The tango is a dance, but when you turn that stuff into art music, it becomes a little more stylized.
In fact, Piazzolla said, his music is not for dancing, it's not for singing, and anyone who does so will be shot. It's only to be appreciated and enjoyed.
To say. Yeah, so the first movement, Night of Love, the second one is coming to Buenos Aires, like arriving, and the hustle and bustle. But I would also say it's kind of, tango always has a really pessimistic nature, like, we're all going to die, and so what, fatalistic,
Well, because it grows from poverty.
Yeah, from poverty, right, yes. So the second movement captures a lot of that tango vibe of being kind of gritty, urban, and the third movement is the opposite. It's out in the campo, out in the country with the cowboys.
It's del campo. So it's the airs, the songs, the whole flavor of
countryside. And then the third one is fourth one. I'm sorry, is pretty dancey. It's 3 different dance rhythms: milonga, tango, and candombe. Candombe is a Uruguayan dance. But one thing about tango that's also important politically is that it's the dance of the left. It's like the urban poor. Those are the people that dance a tango. And that was one reason that Piazzolla had problems in Argentina, because he was a leftist, basically, from the city. And all the dictators come from the cowboyville. So...
And is it any different anywhere in the world?
Yes, is it any different? No. But like Ginastera is the representative of the, more of that gaucho lifestyle. As composers go, he wrote a lot about that. He did not write tango. So they're kind of in a different place politically and musically. I don't know about Ginastera's politics, but certainly the music of these two places reflects politics to a degree.
If people want to actually hear Daniel Binel playing, we have recorded a piece with him called Metropolis, and as the name implies, it's the real city, urban feel. And there were a couple of different YouTube versions of that recorded live. And I think both of them, there are links from our website, which is guitarduo.com, or you can find our YouTube channel. I think it's called Your Guitar Duo or something like that. And a couple of different performances with Binelli.
He was playing the bandoneon. That's I don't know if we said that, but that's the iconic instrument of tango. It's this accordion type thing, and that's what his instrument is. And Piazzolla's as well.
Yeah, and he was really hoping, Binelli was hoping he'd be able to be here for these performances, but he's playing in Europe, so he sends his very best to everyone from the symphony.
But I should still remind, okay, this for bandoneon, but it was originally for guitar. Tango was originally for guitar, so don't let anybody kid you about, don't let anybody mislead you.